Don't ask and don't tell. That was the advice that Bill Clinton, when he was president of the United States, gave to gay people in the US military. If you're gay, don't tell anybody. Keep it to yourself. Keep your private life to yourself. You will avoid any kind of bullshit or ramifications. If you suspect someone you know in the military is gay, don't ask. Don't put them in an embarrassing pit situation. Mind your own business. Now, I really like the idea of don't ask, don't tell being applied to all aspects of life, and especially people in the awakened community, or the people who are waking up and learning all these new things and new ideas, and they often blurt it out. You've seen my video, How to Wake Up Safely, and my blog post article, For God's Sake, Stop Trying to Wake Everyone Up. I'll put the links in below. But it's a very good way to live your life in relation to these alternative ideas. And I'll tell you why. So many of you watching this have walking up to friends, family, and whatever, and you've gone. Oh, did you know this? Did you know that? Something you learned on an alternative website, and they go like, what? They think you're mad, and then you wished you said it, and it costs you relationships. And some people, I still see it on my Facebook page, people have recently woken up and they're sharing all the worst kind of mindless bullshit that's costing them friends, costing them credibility, causing them stress, and in a few years' time they're going, I wish I never fucking shared that. I feel like a fool now. It's just made things worse for me. And I'm the kind of person that says, look, don't ask, don't tell when it comes to this stuff. And I'll give you an example. If you're in a company of people, and then some maybe actually it's not even a good idea in a company. You're in the company of one other person, and one of them mentions something like, oh, well, I don't vote because all the political parties are the same. It's just the same policies. Then you have a door open. And then you can make something and start a dialogue with them. And then, like as Terence McKenna said, find the others. You find people that are like you. So, but you don't come up to them and say, you don't tell them, I believe this, that, and the other. Like you've learned on these like truth groups or alternative media sites or forums or worst of all, those awful YouTube videos, and assuming it's true because they will have a revulsion like this, and you'll wish you never did it. So don't ask and don't tell until you get hints. You develop a kind of a social intelligence. If somebody mentions something about an offbeat topic, you have a door in. You have a way in there. But that doesn't mean you're charging in. You go in slowly and you test the waters and you say, well, okay, do you believe this? Or have you heard about, no, better thing, have you heard about that? And if they go, oh, that sounds like bull, I laugh, you stop, okay? But if they say, well, that's interesting because I heard something else very similar, then you have a communication path. This is the fundamentals of social intelligence. There's nobody helping. I don't think anybody out there except me is helping people in the alternative scene to actually say, don't ruin your life. Don't make a fool of yourself. Go in there easy. Don't be flooding your Facebook page with all these crazy memes picked off all these ridiculous websites because they're only going to cost you friends and family members, and you'll regret it down the road. And these people say, I have a duty to wake up everyone. Idiots. You've no duty to wake up anyone. None. And that's a kind of fascism. You hear me say before that idealism is a form of fascism. It's imposing your idealistic aspects of reality on others. So it's a form of fascism. So don't ask and don't tell. That's the best way to approach this kind of information. Don't go around telling everybody that you have radical alternative insurgency or Fortean or out there views. Don't tell them. Don't make a public issue of it until there's a door opened, and they will tell you. They'll acknowledge a small thing. You could be watching the TV one day, and a subject comes up, a politician or a thing like that. They do it fluoride, and someone says, I don't like that fluoride shit in the water. You have a door in. But you don't go barging in because you'll only learn to regret it. So that's the attitude. I think it's a great, Bill Clinton, ever left anything of an impression on me was that excellent compromise in the US military for gays and lesbians. Don't ask and don't tell. And the same thing with this alternative information or your views being out there. Don't ask and don't tell. Wait for the cues and then gently go in a mature and non-hysterical way. And I guarantee you, if you do it that way, in a few years you won't be looking around and having no friends or family there still with you, and you'll be saying things like, oh, I feel pretty good, rather than, I wish I never said the Earth was flat. I feel like a fucking mental case now. I wish I never said a comet was coming to the Earth next year, and we could all ascend to the. I feel like a head case now. Should have never listened to that website. Don't ask. Don't tell.